I'm just going to get right into it. But daily sunshine, daily sunlight, daily grounding, and of course, a lot of water. Most of us need about 2 liters of water a day. The average person, if you're doing exercise and working out like I am, you're going to need about 3 to 4 liters. Enough said, highest quality that you can get. If you want, I'll do another video. I am holding a book, and I'll talk about this book in a second. A lot of you ask what this is that I'm wearing. This is Russian shungite. Go look it up and go look at the properties of Russian shungite, and you'll know why I'm wearing it. And I almost never take it off unless I break the chain. Anyway, I want to know how it's possible that in the gym, even in the gym, in the hospital where I work out, the hospital where I work, just in the streets in general, I'm running into 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25-year-olds, 26, 27, 28, 29-year-old, 30-year-olds who are in worse physical condition than I am. And I consider myself right now in average physical condition, meaning that I got work to do, but I'm doing the work 5 to 6 days a week in the gym, continuing to be a student. You see, I'll give lectures, sometimes spontaneous lectures, to young nursing students, to medical students, to residents in training, to established nurses and doctors that listen, but they kind of hard-headed. But the reason I connect to these younger people is because I see myself as them. Why? Because I'm always in student mode. I'm always learning. There's never a time where I know too much, because sometimes what you think you know can change as you change, as new information comes out, and you begin to make different conclusions than you had in the past. The best you can do is work with what you have in the here and now. And so my job is to stay on the cutting edge, decipher and decode what's going on in this matrix. Find out where there's misinformation, straighten that out, give you the true information. But you got to walk through the doors. You got to do the work. But yeah, I'm way more. I'm 80% student, 20% teacher. So for those of you that think that I know so much, that's not how I think about myself. But again, how is it that I'm faster, smarter, better looking now? Mentally sharper. I can run faster, jump higher, last longer. We're in boxing class, and young people are stopping because they're out of breath. Why? Some of them are out of shape, but some of them just haven't even learned the basics of breathing. This is why breath work is so important. You've got to learn how to breathe appropriately, because that will keep you in the game longer, because you're rhythmically breathing throughout the exercise. And boxing, so we're talking about bad class, boxing class, if you don't breathe properly, you're going to be done. I mean, when we go through intense combinations, it's not the time to hold your breath and tense up. It's the time to get loose, breathe, and let those legs, those hips, and that core do the work. But people are tired because they don't know how to breathe correctly. But you got to get in better shape. But at least they're there. I give them credit. And then some of them will sit with me afterwards and ask me questions and pick my brain about what I know. But you guys gotta, it's not easy, and there's a lot of work involved. And of course, we got just not sugar, but added sugar to 74% of all foods. that are in the supermarket right now. It's an abomination. It's a crying shame. Where are the food police when you need them? And I came to get you out of jail. Now, time to put you in jail. You put yourself in jail already. So I just wanted you to know that I'm always a student. When's the last time you read a book? No, seriously. When is the last time you read a book? Any book. I don't care if it was a book on fiction, a book on fact, a book on anything that you're interested in, but a analog book, not an audio book, and I have audiobooks, not a book that's you download on your computer. No, I'm talking about an analog book, cover to cover. I'm going to show you a book right now that I am now reading cover to cover that I find fascinating. Should you read it? I don't know. Go look. It's on Amazon, so you can go look at the table of contents on Amazon. And I think the first chapter's on there for free, and see if it's something for you. But it is extremely important, by Dr. Robert Lustig, MD, and he's also a JD. He's a lawyer. So he's got that rare combination of a medical degree with a legal degree, and he can put the two of them together. And so he becomes so valuable to us in the struggle to get to the truth, to take into our bodies what is healthy, uplifting, and energizing. And so I'm going to introduce to you this book called Metabolic. Actually, it's called Metabolical. Excuse me. Metabolical by Dr. Robert H. Lustig, MD, MSL, which means he's got a master's in legal sciences. So this is the book that I'm reading now. It's hardcover. It's analog. It's not on the computer. It doesn't ruin your eyes. It doesn't have the crappy electromagnetic frequencies coming from the computers, the Wi-Fi, and the screens themselves. It doesn't have it. So analog, you probably should be going through at least 3 or 4 analog books a year. I mean, this is minor, but read a book, an analog book, a book that you physically hold in your hand. I don't care if you read a chapter and then you don't read a chapter for another month, and then you read another chapter. Keep reading the book until you complete it. And make sure it's something interesting. You cannot allow someone who's at the stage of life they're in to outdo 20, 21, 22, and 23 years old. And by the way, we got 21, 22, 23, and I put some of it up on my Instagram channel, Skip My Honey 22, of athletes just dropping dead. Young athletes just poof, going by the wayside. You got to ask yourself why. You got to ask yourself what lies we've been told. And we got to go deep dive into uncover the truth. Because on a daily basis, we're being fed lie after lie after lie after lie. You got to ask yourself, how was the sugar industry since the 1940s been getting away with really legal murder? And how did the tobacco industry for almost 40 years get away with legal murder? How is it being done? Through illusion and lies. That's how it's being done. So, this group of all-star health practitioners that I've put together for you guys, use them. Dr. Eric Berg, Ken Berry, Dr. Lustig, um, oh, Jennifer Daniels, MD number one. Uh, and there's a couple others that I've listed. Myself. But what is it that separates us from everybody else? We're perpetual students, and you have to love being a student. You have to love the art of studying. You have to love. Hey, and most of you, if you have the opportunity to go to college, get your butts in college. I don't care what you study. Get your butts in college. Just the experience of going through a 4-year university experience is unbeatable. So you take someone that has grown up in the ghettos of New York, South Bronx, Queens, and finally moved out to Long Island, where things were a little bit easier. But you take a basic ghetto education, combine it with a basic college education, and then you take it up into research, medical school, neuropsychiatric training, and then someone who's a perpetual student can't be beat. And if you can be beat, as competitive as I am, I'll make sure the next time I see you, I beat you. It's just the way it is. All right, I'm still putting together the fat and triglycerides and cholesterol video. It's not the easiest thing to do. Like I said, it's so much information to distill, but I will do it. I'm almost there. I want some of you who are interested, go find out what the portal vein system is in the digestive tracts that all eventually mostly feed directly into the hepatic portal system of the liver. We've talked about liver health. Portal venous system. There's only two in the whole entire body. One doesn't get talked about enough, which is the portal shunt between the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland, and between really what I'm really interested in is the portal system directly between the pancreas and the liver. Why would there be a direct portal connection between the pancreas and the liver? These are things that I have to distill and put in layman's terms so that everybody can understand it. From the greatest doctors in the world to the guy who just picks up the video and looks at it and says, oh, I didn't know that. I just learned something. All right. I want to make this 13 minutes. That's enough. I'll see you on the other side. You know what it means. Later.